think most people growing up had a period of time with their friends where they're the most reminiscent, like a sport or a game they grew up playing together. I had that. I just don't remember it as fondly as they do. All the things that I remember about them are like really weirdly specific moments that only I remember. Like, I remember being on a walk and I saw this lady playing with her dog, and my friend made some very racist joke at my expense. He's like, oh, make sure you don't eat that one for dinner too. Haha, very funny. Well, joke's on you. That dog is only big enough to feed one. Help! Help! I have a bomb! Help! Please stop! What are you, I'm gonna die! Stop. There was actually one summer where me and that same friend would call each other every day, and we'd play games together, we'd watch anime together, and then nothing. We just stopped talking. And I don't know if this is because we ran out of things to talk about, or if I was just sick of hearing his voice. But we would just sit there in silence, not saying anything. And it got to a point where, like, we could be doing chores, playing 2 different games, or just sit there in silence again. And we'd keep doing this. But one thing we would never do is leave the call. We could literally sit there the entire day and not say a word, and we would both leave completely satisfied. We would do this like every day, and I don't even know how. And you know what? I absolutely loved it. I don't know what it was. I just liked the company. I just liked having him be there. It was like a telepathic mutual understanding, because both of us just refused to leave. Sometimes neither of us would even be there. Sometimes my friends would go out to get like boba or coffee, or just like go out to eat. And I remember doing this a couple times myself. Like, we would be in a call, I'd tell them that I'm going out to eat. I'd vanish for 3 hours, get back, he would still be in the call, and be like, welcome home, Bubby. Okay, first off, don't do that. Also, it's like, huh? You're just here? Were you just having a little kumbaya by yourself while I was gone? Why are you still here? I have absolutely no clue why we were both just okay sitting there in silence. This is like when couples hold hands together so they can pee together. One of my absolute favorite memories with the homie is that, I don't know if it was the same summer, but it was one of these summers. We just went on this marathon of watching every romance anime we could. And at first it started out as a joke, but then it happened again. And again. And then it became a routine. We watched anything and everything, and it doesn't sound that fun, but it was one of those moments where your brain just screenshots whatever is in front of you, and now it's a permanent memory forever. Every week, we would spot these really tiny, insignificant details that any rational person would ignore. But for some reason, every time we spotted one of these, we would absolutely lose our minds. It was so fucking funny to us. I think my personal favorite was an anime called Mother's Love. Psych? That's what I called it. I couldn't remember the name. The name was long as fuck. Do you expect me to remember that? Like, there's one scene where the main homie is just taking a little pee-pee break, and his friend comes through and he's like, "Step bro, I'm going to a party after school. You wanna come?" I just kinda wanna go home. Sorry. That's okay, man. I was just really hoping my best friend could be there for me in this dire time of need. By the way, you're really packing down here. Hello? Bro. Personal space. The fact that homie is mid-pee, pants down, pee-pee out, and his homie is like, "Hey man, what you doing?" What am I doing? What are you doing? And you're just okay with this? You're not gonna say anything to him? You're just gonna you're just gonna let this happen? What a horrible display. Disgusting behavior. Anyway, I can't find the exact scene, but I swear there was a moment where one of the friends of the main girl, she was doing stretches on the floor, and her friends were like, "Oh, I didn't know you were flexible like that. When did you learn that?" Yeah, I mean, that's really impressive. And she responds with something like, "Oh, seriously? Thanks." Now, I've learned that being flexible in other positions allows you to have fun in other ways. Dude, okay, maybe, it was because of our tainted, dirty, little 16-year-old minds. But, like, even if she didn't mean that, in a, weird context. Like, dude, who says that? What is wrong with you? Why would you say that? That's such a weird response. Why don't you just say thanks and move on? What are you doing? That was a horrible display. Disgusting behavior. Alright, so I actually have 2 shows that I look back on fondly. But this one's kind of a rogue one. I don't really remember what happened, because the only thing I can remember is complaining the entire time, because everything this bitch did just pissed me off. Normally in these types of shows, it's the guy being the cuck. But in this show, she's the instigator. And not even, like, a good one. I remember going on the most passionate tangent about how stupid this is, and how no sibling does this, and like, who is this show even for? And then, out of nowhere, hey! What the fuck? We just hear the most random American, hey! You're telling me that was just randomly planted in there? It caught us so off guard. We thought it was so funny, we were laughing at it for like 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure halfway through, one of my other friends asked me what I was doing. So now there's 3 of us watching the Cest Fest. Step Bro Chan.
Oh no. God.
Why the fuck? Wait, is there even any context? Why is she naked in the living room?
I don't know, man.
Like, what is the cause? What do you even gain out of doing? Who is doing that? Do any of you have friends that make you feel insecure about the most random things? Do you see where this is going? I don't even understand how this happened, but I was literally about to go to bed one night, and then at the prime hour of 11 p.m., one of the homies hits me up telling me to get on. And it's like, now you ask me? Okay, I'll be there. Just give me a minute. So I joined the call where they're all waiting. They were talking about banana bread. It's late. I don't really care. I wasn't gonna say anything, but that was until. Hey man, what do you think about banana bread? I don't know. Kind of hate it. What is wrong? How do you know banana bread? There's no way. Kill yourself. For that one-off statement, I got absolutely hounded for the next 3 hours. I did not say a word for the rest of the night. Can I tell you a secret? I've never even tried banana bread. I just said it as a one-time thing, hoping the topic would die the next sentence. I did not think that I would be receiving a verbal spanking over this. And my friends are all like, how could you not love banana bread? I love banana bread. Yeah, it shows. Mark. Fucking fat American. Anyway, you know, I'm looking at it now, and you know what? It does look good. But you guys made fun of me for it, so now I refuse to try it, and I've gone too far deep down the hole, and now I have to commit myself to hating banana bread for the rest of my life. Now you may be asking, why didn't you just leave? I don't fucking know, you told me to get on, you fuck. Alright, look, so I was scraping my computer for clips I could use for this video, and I found this. Now, 2 things. No, I'm not releasing it. And the reason for its existence is because, listen, when we're playing games with the homies and I get hurt, okay, as the straightest dude in the friend group, I have to hit a little every time I get hurt as a way to redirect my anger and pent up energy. And listen, as much as I would love to slam my desk in frustration, I live in a house with other people. I can't be going ow every time misfortune steers my way. So I have to redirect my shits and turn my pent up energy into something a little more calm. And for some reason, my friends call me weird. And one of the homies was really on my case about it. And every time we talked, he would call me out on it, and he would call me weird. And I was like, what's wrong with letting out your pent-up energy every now and then? You do it too. No, I do not. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I know you do. And he would continue to deny it again and again for as long as I can remember, even if there were multiple witnesses. So, in retaliation, I started a little secret service project. Around for a year straight, every time I talked to him, I would hit record on my PC so I could clip and compile every single time he made any suspicious noises. And in this video, you can actually see me just randomly stop to go and timestamp it and add them to my little collage. And after a year-long's wait of hard work, I have created my magnum opus. I'll show you some of them now. That's all you get. You know what the funny part is? I think he was denying it because he genuinely thought he wasn't doing it. We just hung around each other so much that I think he started doing it without realizing it. You know, I spent a whole year doing this, and I never actually showed it to him. So this was completely pointless. And you know what? It's fine. As long as he knows I have this on my computer. It's fine. And you know what? That's the secret to all good long-lasting friendships. Blackmail.